The first thing of the day taken from the book of the prophet narrates one of the main ordeals, bitter experiences, and challenges of the prophet Jeremiah. When God called Jeremiah to be his prophet, Jeremiah was bold, he was sincere and open to God and with God. He clearly said to him and expressed his fears and also his reservations regarding the offer God was making to him. He wasn't so excited about the job. In fact, he was reluctant in accepting it. And he gave me two reasons. He said to God, I may not be able to do the job because I'm still a young person, I'm young. And God said, don't worry about your age. I got it figured out. I'm taking care of it. And then he said, okay, if you don't mind my age, the work of the prophet is to speak. I cannot speak. I don't know how to speak. And God said, don't worry. I'm going to do the job through you. Don't be afraid. And then God made the promise. I'm going to be with you. I'm going to protect you. And he reassured Jeremiah that this choice is not just a random choice. Even before you were conceived, I thought of you. I set you apart for this journey. So I'm not asking you to be my prophet just by a random choice. I prepared you for this, so don't worry. I will be with you and I'll protect you. Then based on this divine promise, Jeremiah accepted the offer and became God's prophet. In the course of doing the job, Jeremiah faced so many oppositions and persecutions. He lost his friends. He was hated by everybody. He was never liked. His neighbors and friends, he lost them. Also, the priests and the political class all plotted against him. So many things were not working for his favor. Even the message he was delivering from God wasn't appealing. People never got interested. They never accepted his messages. So nothing was in fact satisfying to Jeremiah. In the midst of all these challenges, persecutions, terror, and oppositions, Jeremiah had two options: to quit the job or to continue. If you quit the job, the opposition, the persecution, the oppression, the sufferings, the challenges we see, and perhaps we have his peace of mind. He will be welcomed back to the society. Everybody will like him. He will gain back his friends, and his people will also like him and take him back. He will not have his normal life if he quits the job. But if he decides to continue the job, certainly the character assassination, the oppression, the obstacles, the challenges might even be doubled. And certainly he will be considered a failure because the message he was giving, nobody was interested, nobody was accepting it. On a personal note also, I wouldn't say that Jeremiah was enjoying the job all the time, because he was complaining to God how frustrating it was doing that job. As we read in today's gospel, today's questioning, he was complaining how people were plotting and trying to denounce him. And also, at a point, he was so frustrated that he caused the day he was born. He actually also caused the man who announced his birth. So, Jeremiah had every reason to quit the job, but against public analysis and public expectation, instead of quitting, Jeremiah decided to continue. Why? Because of two reasons. Number one, Jeremiah understood the irony of life. That life is funny and interesting. There is always ups and downs. It's not always rosy. The life is not an empty road. It's not a bed of roses that you have everything all the time going well for you. That the particular choice you make that once brought you so much joy could also at times bring you stress and also discomfort. That the same job that you found as interesting could also at times make you ask why. I remember a friend who once said to me, I'm quitting my marriage. And I said, why? Why quitting your marriage? And he said, because I'm not always happy. I said, but who told you you're going to be always happy? Who assured you that? this to you? Who gave you that impression that you will always be happy? But it says, I made the choice. I got into this relationship because I thought that I would always be happy. I said, no, sorry to say, but you will be a fool to think that you will always be happy. I said, I am a very happy priest. I will say it every year. For these past 15 years, I have never had any reason to think otherwise. But don't ever think that there was never a day and it has continued to happen. Sometimes I wake up in the morning and I'm just like, oh, why did you? It will come. So Jeremiah understood that being a prophet has its ups and downs, and he was able to manage it. He understood that irony of life. So quitting was not an option for him because he could be cold today, he could be warm tomorrow. At that time, he was in the heat of it, and people were not listening. People were challenging him. There were so many oppositions. He knew that it is part of the baggage. It is part of the package. It is part of what comes with the job. Many people have quit their job or walked out of the relationship because they were expecting it's going to be rosy. And then when it started happening, the storm comes around or came around, they felt that this wasn't part of what I bargained for. Life has its own error. If you understand it, you can manage it. There could be winter at a point in your life. But if you understand that later on, within time, there will be spring, then you will be able to manage even when everything is cold and boring. The book of Ecclesiastes in the Bible put it so well when it says, there is time for everything. Time to laugh, time to be sad, time to mourn, and time to celebrate, time to cry, and time to dance. If you don't understand that everything that happens in life is seasonal, then you might be tempted to give up your dreams, to give up your projects, to give up your one cherished relationship simply because it became boring at a time. I tell you honestly, the same person that made you or that make you feel on top of the world, the same person you address often as your honey, will sometimes become bitter. How do you manage it? Jeremiah understood the irony of life. And that's why he even said at a point, my friends have abandoned me. You must also understand that at a point in life, you will feel like you are alone. That even your friends are not close. Even your friends are not there standing with you. You will feel alone in this world populated by billions of people. If you don't understand it, when it happens, you might make a mistake. That is the irony of life. That sometimes in this crowded Slough, you will feel alone. Jeremiah understood. Why he didn't quit, he understood the irony of life. There is ups and downs. And that is why, at the end of his ministry, he was a fulfilled man because the winter came and then he shouldered it and also controlled it and was able to end gloriously and successfully. Second point, Jeremiah didn't quit. Why? Because he remembered. There's something he remembered. What did he remember? He remembered the promise. The promise God made to him at the beginning of that journey. I'm going to be with you. I'm going to protect you. And that was why at the heart of his lamentation, the passage we read today, it started with lamentations and fears and expressing his anxieties. But that passage ended by him saying, Lord, in the midst of all this, I know you are with me, and I have committed my cause to you. And then at the end of that reading, it says, praise the Lord, because the Lord is going to fight for me. That was what he remembered. And then he kept going. And that is life. The same promise made to Jeremiah about God being with us. Remember, Jesus made the same promise to us when he was about to go. He said, guys, I'm going, but don't worry. You're going to have troubles in the world. You're going to have tribulations. Things may not always work out, but remember, I am with you. In the midst of life's challenges, in the midst of frustrations, in the midst of anxieties, In the midst of all that is not going so well and rosy for you, life will always present you with two options: to quit or to continue. What will be your option? If you don't know about the irony of life, you may be looking at the other end, the negative part, thinking that is all life is all about. But if you understand the irony of life, you will know that it will soon go because it is seasonal. If you understand also that there is a promise still active, then you always know that these two will pass away because I know that God is with me. Life is a journey, as we always say. Sometimes it could be so sweet. Sometimes it could be so difficult. Even the choices you made will bring you pleasure at a point. And at a point, another point will be a source of worry unto you. How do you balance it? Do you remember the promise that God is still with you? Just like Jeremiah said, in the midst of his own troubles, Lord, I have committed my cause to you. I know you are with me. And at the end, he was able to say, praise the Lord who fights and gives victory to his anointed ones. This could be our mentality as we continue to navigate, as we continue our journey in life, knowing that the best way to understand life is to understand that life has its own irony, and that we are on this journey because there is a promise.